Thank you very much, my very kind co-caster. Okay, this is the final game in the best of seven in our final match, in our final match in our best of in our SCVready.com Cup. This is the first season, and whoever wins this will be crowned champions of champions on our site. I mean, spawning as the teal Protoss, we have Frankie in the 6 o'clock position, and in the 3 o'clock to 2 o'clock position, we have the pink Protoss, also known as Maikel.
So both players are spawning in the close ground positions here. We could expect actually some really aggressive gameplay, or at least some battles here around the Xelnaga watchtower here, which will give a lot of map control here around the battle stage in the middle between both players. Unless both players are really tending to do the same one base play again.
Indeed, so I mean that both sides, both games from both previous games, Frankie has gone for them fast Colossi with fast extended thermal lance, doing a free Colossi push, and has worked both games. So maybe we will see the same again. And Michael has got to put his A game on, his A game face on, and try and counter this free Colossi push.
And yet again we see Frankie sending out a really early scout here, right after the pylon, but you need to scout on a four player map where your opponent is spawning. And if you know he's spawning on a close position, you know exactly what can be up. You can do a lot of aggressive pushing here with 2 gateways right in the beginning. You have to see what Frankie's going for.
They're both opting to go for their standard gateway. There's nothing out of the normal out of here, nothing unorthodox, no stupid proxy, well, I wouldn't say stupid, but no proxy gateways or anything like that, or standard play. But this is the final, and this is, whoever wins this will have bragging rights and will have the title of the champion of our first season.
And an epic high five. You see a little here, the probe here by Frankie is getting chased down by Maikel. This probe is just chasing the other probe, not mining here, not going back to work, as he hates to mine minerals. He just wants to sap SU enemy probes. We see the cybernetics core, of course, getting built here by Maikel. Yet again, also here by Frankie, so it's gonna be mirrored for the moment as usual, while Frankie is grabbing his second gas at this moment.
Indeed, and both of them have opted to grab the second gas, so both of them may go for them early Colossi because they have proven to be very effective in the past few games.
So I really love to watch here the little scout here, the probe here, chasing here around corners with the other lazy probe, not trying to mine minerals at all. Will not kill it at any time before the stalker will come out, so you could just go back to work at all.
Indeed, and I think that, well, just like if viewers have just tuned in, this is the final game. It was originally 3-0 to Maikel, which is on the pink Protoss at the moment, but Frankie, out of a few couple nice games, a nice backdoor entrance, and the 2 games of nice Colossi play, has managed to bring this to a tie, and this is our first final ace match, keeping it on a nail-biting ending.
That's right, the winner is gonna win the whole tournament. I love how both players are scouting their whole map, since the whole base, since it's a big base, you can hide proxy pylons there anywhere on the map. So Frankie is is using his pylons to warp around, so there's no hidden proxy pylon, while he's getting 2 additional gateways here, opening up for a 3 gate, not getting his robo facility yet out, while Frankie is doing his same opening here, getting a 1 gateway into a robotic facility for maybe some fast Colossi yet again.
But there's one difference now, because we can see that Maikel has dropped a Stargate. It is nearing to completion, and maybe we'll see some Phoenix out, maybe to counter the build that Frankie has beaten Maikel in the last 2 games, the Colossi. So what can we expect to see from this Stargate? We'll be informed in just a second, I guess.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see the Stargate at all. I thought it was a gateway as I saw the 2 blue blobs here warping in. So it is actually a Stargate. I would love to see some... we get Void Rays now here, but Maikel is opting to go for hard Void Rays. And if Frankie is tending to go really heavy on those Colossi, those Void Rays would just kick their ass, to be honest.
Indeed. But I think that the observer will get into this base and scout, and I think that Franky will have the correct response to it if he is scouted at it fast enough.
So the first void ray is almost finished here. I don't see any chrono boost used on it yet, so he might be saving up like 2 or 3 void rays before he's doing anything. Just getting the second void ray up into queue and using a chrono boost on it. So I'm really curious how he's gonna use those void rays, since against Protoss void rays are not that effective as like against Terran or Zerg, since Protoss most of the times will have a lot of stalkers. We can easily deal with them being warped in really fast. But lucky as maikel is, franky has only 1 stalker in there, and Immortal and a lot of zealots here who cannot shoot air, just getting 2 additional stalkers who could actually do a little bit damage to those void rays.
Indeed, and I think that Franky has just, well, he spotted the void race and he's like, sitting in his seat going, oh no, best get some stalkers out, because he has opted to go for air instead of Robotech, something a bit kind of, well, diverse from what he has been playing from before.
That's right, he did see the Stargate and is getting some stalkers. Of course, whatever he's gonna popping out, he needs something we can shoot or air, so he's gonna need those stalkers. And I'm not quite sure if it's gonna work if he's waiting so long here for 3 void rays. If Franky has a lot of time to set up with this stalker army, he's pushing out right in the moment, since he knows there's a lot of money sent into the tech, into the void rays or Phoenix, so he can push up using Rams. You need a nice force field here right now by maikel, or is Mike gonna lose? Oh, he's gonna block out his own zealots with the force field. Very unfortunate. At the same time, he's trying to save more time with a second force field by sending in the void rays to help reinforce.
And I think Franky is well aware of his situation now, and he is backing off because there are 3 void rays in the air. I mean, they may not do much, but at the end of the day, they will distract them stalkers from shooting the other armies. So maybe at the end of the day, it could be a distraction, and it could prove that it's more effective, and maikel may win.
Well, seeing he's going for Stargate, Franky did opt to go for a 4-gate push right now, transitioning into it, getting a proxy pile in Excelnaga Watchtower. He wants to win this game early on, he doesn't want to have any more high advantage here by late game here with those void rays who can sneak in anywhere, having the map control. That is why he is just getting this 4th warp gate and just pushing in before maikel can set up more defenses here.
Indeed, and I think that he has opted to go for a very, very heavy stalker army, so then void rays are gonna be a well, misinvestment, I guess. And when the big encounter does come, I do hope that will correct micro. If he can charge.
And it's coming right now. He has an observer on a high ground. He has vision. He can shoot there. maikel yet again losing 1 zealot there, running out there desperately alone. Now he can target fire those void rays. Those void rays have to retreat. And 1 nice force field, buying a little bit time, but it's not gonna be enough, I think. It's just too much army here by Franky. Nice force fields this time here, blocking all the stalkers. They cannot shoot the void rays, and the Immortal will go down. The void rays are now finally charged up and do loads of damage. So Franky has to fall back with a perfect timed force field here.
Indeed, at the end of the day, that micro was the only thing that, well, one of the things that have saved maikel in this game. I think opting to go from them void rays instead of what he has been playing before did prove to play off.
So Franky's now getting his Twilight Console, noticing he has to do something. I hope he's gonna get Blink, since it would be a nice idea to snipe down void rays or help defense against them, or do some micro damage or warping, blinking upon the high ground. Now trying to get one of the void rays. 1 void rays goes down, getting sniped. Nice damage here. While there's another force field blocking off Franky from shooting more. And I'm still surprised maikel does not notice there is an observer by Franky here. He's not getting... he doesn't have a robo facility anyway, so he cannot do anything about it.
Indeed, and I think that with this blink, if the blink does get finished, well, if it get researched even, I think that it will be a very, very deficit for maikel, and he could lose this. Blinking under them void rays that can't escape or use their range to charge up, it is going to be a blunder for him.
And he's researching Blink right as you spoke of, and he's just starting it using Chrono Boost, since he can use it for blinking on top, blinking down, doing some nice micro here with the Stalker. He's completely Stalker heavy. And maikel really needs a robo bait to pump out some immortal. He's just getting his robo facility right now, since those void rays are gonna be really useless against a mass stalker army here by Franky.
Indeed, but one thing worth noticing is that the harvester count for maikel is higher, and as time passes, it could be it could prove that Franky's loss was only because he didn't keep up in the harvester count.
Yeah, they can tend to be really close. Right now he's using his observer for the vision and sniping the pile, and every bit counts. Every 100 minerals he can destroy for free. Just do it, you need it. Right now both armies are dead even in food count, but of course with maikel, as you said, is ahead in workers by about 7 workers.
Indeed, maikel observer has finished, but it's not been moved, only now getting moved to taken out.
And he's pushing right
Blink
now.
has been finished.
And he can use the blink right now. Charge is finished also here for the zealots by maikel, so a really nice idea here, getting charge on those zealots, making them much more powerful against those stalkers. But they have blink, so it comes down to the blink maikel here by Franky to determine the winner of this fight. He keeps poking in and out, and I would really like to see Franky grabbing his natural expansion as long as he's containing maikel.
I guess yes, indeed, but at the same time he's still not he's still not producing any more probes, so I'm guessing he's going for an all-in, all or nothing attack.
Oh, right now he just grabbed his natural expansion this moment, so he's really reading my mind or listening somehow spec hacks. So he is expanding, but maikel is using his void rays to sneakily attack this nexus, and he will have to cancel it once he's attacking it. Or he's going for a counterattack. So we see the void ray sneaking by, trying to reach the mineral line. In the same time, Franky is going for the main base, going up the ramp, has vision on high current. He can use blink right now to get in there, and maikel is not using it. It does not see it, but now he's getting a force field once again, block off the ramp. While at the same time, those void rays are killing Franky's nexus. They really finished it off and are fully judged now, working on the base, and Franky has to push in. He knows he has to kill the base race right now. That's why he's blinking in, doing his last fight, trying to micro round this charge slots. But zealots with charge deal lots of damage on high ground.
Indeed, and only now is he pulling off his stalkers back, and he has lost his initial nexus, and hopefully gonna snipe. Yep, all these void rays should go down.
These void rays, but even if he loses it, those void rays did a lot of damage. They killed the nexus, they killed the warp gate, they killed some pylons, and then they forced Franky to pull in and lose even more stalkers. So even if the mineral patches are almost out, he's losing the gas ability here to mine from the gas geysers here, the simulators. So Franky is down to 1 mining base yet again. But I would love to see maikel on himself here, being in the lead, grabbing his nexus, but he's sending just a line of probes, long distance mine, and he's completely mined out. Yeah, he's mined out. He cannot even afford a nexus. He completely forgot about it. This could cost him the game. That's why he's pushing in. Some nice force fields on a high ground, but nice blink micro also by Franky, evading all those zealots, getting on a high ground, getting some free shots since there's no observer here by maikel. And the void ray charged up, shooting the nexus and not the units. So maikel is gonna lose all his forces now. This is really surprisingly outcome. He's really losing all the forces. Here goes the void rays, and the last stalker and the last zealots are going down. So it was a close battle, but Franky's stalkers with the blink maikel coming ahead now, being in the lead. There's nothing left for maikel. He has to long distance mine, and he's calling the GG of this tournament.
One of the most surprising victories, I believe. Just blink stalker, something out of the normal. What better way to conclude our final of the SEVready.com Cup, our first season, than with this amazing blink and void ray play.
Yeah, it was really nice. Once he killed the nexus, I thought it's gonna be lights out for Franky, since he couldn't push in and really break the opponent at the ramp. But he come back since maikel forgot to put up a nexus, getting mined out, forced long distance mining, and that's what cost him the game in the long run. Really unfortunate.